This is the story of a young woman who makes travel videos for Instagram. One day, a mysterious girl convinces her to visit a deserted island in the middle of the ocean. But once she gets there, she realizes she's walked straight into a deadly trap. As the truth about her new friend slowly comes to light, escaping the island alive becomes almost impossible. The story begins with Madison, a popular Instagram influencer who travels around the world, posting stunning photos of luxury hotels, expensive resorts, and breathtaking destinations for her followers. This time, after countless requests from her audience, she's on an Asia tour and has just arrived in Thailand. The trip was originally planned by her boyfriend, Ryan, who was supposed to join her a few days earlier. But at the last minute, he canceled because of work, leaving Madison to travel alone. After checking into a 5-star hotel, Madison spends the day filming content for social media. She takes glamorous photos, records travel clips, and even shoots a sponsored beauty product promotion. Everything looks perfect on camera, but behind her smile, it's obvious she's not enjoying the trip by herself. That night, while relaxing with a drink at the hotel bar, an older man named Rupi sits down next to her. He casually starts flirting and offers to show her some special places around the city. His intentions quickly become uncomfortable. Luckily, a young woman named Callie notices what's happening. Sensing that the old man is up to no good, she cleverly interrupts the conversation, makes up an excuse, and helps Madison get away before the situation gets worse. Once they're outside, the two begin talking. Callie explains that she's a local tour guide and assures Madison that Thailand is generally very safe, as long as you stay alert when you're on your own. Madison tells Callie that she's a social media influencer. Everyone online thinks her life is perfect, but constantly traveling to different countries, creating content, and chasing the perfect shot is far more exhausting than it looks. She also mentions how disappointed she was when Ryan backed out of the trip at the last minute. Callie smiles and tells her, "I know every hidden corner of this city. If you want, I can take you to places that most tourists never get to see." That instantly grabs Madison's attention. Exclusive locations mean unique content, more followers, and bigger brand deals. Without thinking twice, she agrees to go with Callie the next morning. Before sunrise, Callie takes her to an incredibly peaceful and breathtaking spot. When Madison offers to take her picture, Callie politely refuses. Madison assumes she's simply camera shy because of the birthmark on her face. The two spend the rest of the day exploring hidden locations across the city, tasting delicious local food, and having an amazing time together. Little by little, Madison begins to trust her completely. That night, they hit a nightclub, party with two guys they meet there, and enjoy themselves until late. After an exciting day, Madison returns to her hotel feeling happier than ever. She has captured incredible footage for her travel vlog and can't wait to share it online. But the moment she reaches her room, her excitement turns into pure shock. The door is wide open. She rushes inside and finds the entire room trashed. Her luggage has been ripped apart, and all of her valuables, including her cash, passport, and other important belongings, are gone. Panicking, Madison immediately calls Callie for help. Callie contacts the police, helps her file a report, and even brings her the paperwork to apply for a new passport. But there's another problem. The US Embassy says it will take nearly 2 weeks to issue a replacement passport. Madison can't afford to stay in Thailand that long. She has important filming commitments waiting for her back in the United States. Feeling completely overwhelmed, she calls Ryan that night and tells him everything that's happened. Madison's problems were the last thing on Ryan's mind. The only thing he cared about was his Instagram account. He complained that if he didn't make it back to America on time to film new content, his account would stop growing. Hearing that completely shattered Madison. Instead of supporting her when she needed him most, he was worried about social media. Hurt and disappointed, she ended the relationship on the spot and hung up. Over the next few days, Madison traveled around Thailand with Callie, exploring one breathtaking location after another. She filled her Instagram with stunning photos from every place they visited. Every destination looked like paradise, and Callie was always there to help her capture the perfect shot. Strangely though, Callie never let Madison take a single picture of her. A few days later, Callie invited Madison to her home, which was tucked away near the ocean beside a dense forest. The next morning, Kelly surprised her with an exciting plan: a private trip to a remote island. Madison loved the idea. Kelly owned a boat and knew the surrounding waters like the back of her hand, so the two of them set off across the sea. By now, Madison trusted Kelly completely and didn't hesitate for a second. She figured an island photo shoot would bring even more views to her videos. After a long ride, they arrived at a deserted island with no one else around. Madison was amazed by its beauty and couldn't believe Kelly knew about such a hidden paradise. While exploring, she noticed a piece of wood covered in strange tally marks, almost as if someone had been counting the days. She checked her phone, but there was no signal anywhere. That night, they lit a bonfire on the beach and sat watching the flames. Smiling, Madison said it had been years since she'd sat around a campfire. She remembered how her friends used to tell scary stories during nights like this. Laughing, she joked, "If they were here right now, they'd probably say you brought me here to kill me." Kelly stayed silent for a moment before giving a faint smile. "If I wanted to kill you," she said calmly, "I wouldn't get my hands dirty. I'd just leave you here alone. In 3 or 4 days, you'd die from hunger and thirst. No one knows this island exists, and the nearest town is miles away." Madison laughed it off, thinking it was just a dark joke. "Come on," she replied. "I'm one of the biggest influencers on social media. If I disappeared, my followers would find me." Kelly didn't respond. Later, they danced by the fire to some music before eventually falling asleep. The next morning, Kelly did exactly what she had hinted at the night before. Before Madison even woke up, Kelly quietly grabbed her backpack, took the boat, and left the island, abandoning her completely. And that's when Kelly's terrifying game truly began. She took control of Madison's phone and, with chilling precision, started uploading Madison's old photos, stories, and reels. Her goal was simple: make the entire world believe Madison was safe, traveling, and just as active online as ever. But the truth was far more horrifying. Kelly had stolen Madison's life. And this wasn't the first time she'd done it. She had pulled the exact same scheme on several innocent women before. From the very first day they met, she had carefully planned every step. First, she earned her victims' trust with kindness and friendship. Then she made sure their passports disappeared, leaving them with no way to get home. And finally, she stole their identities and lived the glamorous lives that were never hers to begin with. By now, Madison had been missing for quite some time. But back in the city, Kelly had completely stepped into her life. She started wearing Madison's expensive clothes, editing her own photos to look exactly like her, and posting them online. She even took over Madison's Instagram account, replying to fans as if she really was Madison. Meanwhile, Ryan kept texting nonstop, but Kelly ignored every single message. She even called the bank and increased the spending limit on Madison's credit card so she could blow through even more money. After enjoying Madison's lifestyle for a while, Kelly decided it was time to find her next victim. After doing some research online, she came across Jessica, a travel influencer who was currently exploring Thailand all by herself. Kelly immediately set her old plan into motion. Her first attempt to get close to Jessica failed, so she followed her on Instagram and joined the same travel group instead. That's when she discovered Jessica was staying at the very same hotel. That evening, Kelly accidentally bumped into her, struck up a friendly conversation, and quickly earned Jessica's trust. Then she recycled the exact same fake story she had used before. She claimed she had rented a beautiful mansion by the ocean with her boyfriend, but he canceled at the last minute, leaving her all alone. Jessica completely bought the story. The next day, while Jessica was busy doing a beach photo shoot, Kelly quietly slipped her room key card out of Jessica's bag. That night, she pulled the exact same scam again. By the time Jessica returned to her room, all of her money, clothes, and even her passport had vanished. Panicked, Jessica immediately called Kelly for help. The following day, Kelly brought Jessica to the same mansion where Madison had once stayed. But this time, something happened that Kelly never saw coming. Ryan was already there. He had secretly planned a surprise for Madison and had made special arrangements at the mansion. Since the property was rented under Madison's name and Ryan had been paying the rent, he also had full access to the house. The moment Kelly saw Ryan, she froze. Thinking fast, she lied and claimed she was Madison's friend, saying Madison had asked her to stay there. Ryan was confused for a moment, but eventually believed her. Still, Kelly knew Ryan's presence was a huge problem. If he stayed any longer, her entire scheme could fall apart. The next morning, she came up with another trick. Using AI voice technology, Kelly called Ryan from Madison's phone number. The voice sounded exactly like Madison's. The fake Madison coldly told Ryan that their relationship was over and demanded that he leave immediately. But something didn't feel right. Ryan couldn't believe Madison would suddenly change overnight. Deep down, he refused to accept that she'd end things like this. So he made up his mind. He wasn't leaving until Madison showed up in person and explained everything herself. For Kelly, that decision turned into a massive headache. Later, at Jessica's insistence, the three of them went out to explore the nearby attractions together. While Jessica was posing for photos, Ryan casually mentioned that Madison was an influencer too. He explained that all of her documents had been stolen from her hotel and that Kelly had stepped in to help before bringing her to the mansion. Jessica freezes when she hears that, because the exact same thing happened to her. Now she's even more suspicious of Kelly. That evening, the three of them head to a party, but Jessica decides to play it smart. Instead of relaxing, she starts digging into Kelly's background. She sends Madison a direct message on Instagram, hoping to get some answers. But there's one problem. Kelly has Madison's phone. The moment the message pops up, Kelly realizes Jessica is starting to connect the dots. Jessica instantly understands she's no longer safe. Without telling anyone, she quietly slips out of the party and decides to return to the mansion. Kelly notices Jessica's sudden disappearance and immediately leaves the party to follow her. She knows that if Jessica escapes, she'll go straight to the police. When Kelly reaches the mansion, she finds Jessica frantically packing her bags, ready to run. Kelly blocks her way, but Jessica isn't backing down. She tells her, "There's something seriously wrong with you. I don't know what you did to Madison, but you're not going to do the same thing to me." The argument quickly turns heated. As Jessica tries to push past her and leave, Kelly slams her head into the wall with brutal force. Barely conscious, Jessica desperately crawls toward the front door, fighting to stay alive. But Kelly catches up, raises her high heel, and stomps on Jessica's neck, snapping it instantly. Jessica dies on the spot. Kelly then stuffs the body into a suitcase and begins scrubbing the blood off the floor. Just then, Ryan arrives home and heads straight to his room, completely unaware of the murder. Kelly decides he'll have to die too. She grabs a knife and quietly walks toward his bedroom. But before she can attack, her phone buzzes with a notification. Ryan has just uploaded a photo, tagging Madison and calling Kelly one of her close friends. Kelly immediately realizes that if she kills him now, that photo could expose her. First, she needs to erase the evidence from his phone. The next morning, Kelly lies to Ryan, telling him Jessica suddenly decided to go back home. While talking, Ryan checks Madison's social media. He comes across a photo showing Madison looking cozy with another guy. To him, it seems like their breakup is finally official, and he's completely heartbroken. But what Ryan doesn't know is that the photo was actually edited and uploaded by Kelly to make him believe Madison had moved on for good. Seizing the opportunity, Kelly pretends to comfort him, saying, "Maybe Madison never deserved someone like you. She never appreciated your feelings." Just then, Ryan notices something strange. The quality of the photo looks unusually poor, almost fake, and even the engagement on Madison's profile has suddenly dropped. That tiny detail plants the first seed of doubt in his mind. Ryan smugly tells Kelly that he was the one who discovered Madison's potential and turned her into a famous influencer. Later, while they're having drinks at a club, he makes Kelly an offer. He says he can make her famous too, claiming people would love her unique birthmark. But Kelly has other plans. She secretly slips sleeping pills into his drink. Once the drugs kick in, she cleverly brings Ryan back to the mansion. She unlocks his phone and deletes every photo that could expose her. Then she takes off some of her clothes and lies down beside him, making it look like they spent the night together. The next morning, Ryan wakes up and is shocked to find Kelly lying next to him. He can't remember a single thing from the previous night. Since Ryan was supposed to leave town, Kelly drove him to the train station before evening. As soon as she gets back, she burns Madison's remaining clothes, documents, and passport, trying to erase every trace of her existence. The story then jumps into a flashback, showing how Ryan and Madison first met, and how Ryan helped turn her into a social media star. Back in the present, Ryan suddenly cancels his trip. He studies the last photo Madison uploaded and manages to identify the hotel where it was taken. When Ryan arrives at the hotel, the staff claim they've never seen Madison before. Completely confused, he's about to leave when an elderly man named Roop approaches him. The moment Roop sees Madison's photo, he recognizes her. He tells Ryan that she stayed at the hotel for 2 days, but after someone broke into her room, she left with a girl named Kelly. Then Roop notices something strange about the photo. He explains that it can't be genuine because the day it was supposedly uploaded, Thailand was experiencing heavy rain. Yet the picture shows a perfectly clear sky. That detail immediately raises red flags for Ryan. He starts digging through Madison's account, checking every photo and video. Then he removes the beauty filter from one of the videos. And the horrifying truth is finally revealed. The face in the video isn't Madison's at all. It's Kelly. Ryan is completely stunned. He realizes Madison is in serious danger and races straight back to the mansion. The house is empty. The only thing he finds is Kelly's bag. While searching through it, he discovers Madison's diary, which reveals clues about a remote island and a boat. Just then, Kelly walks back in. Ryan ambushes her from behind, ties her to a chair, and demands answers. But Kelly doesn't panic. Instead, she calmly threatens him. She says if he calls the police, he'll be the one going to prison. She reveals that she used Ryan's phone to send fake messages to Madison, making it appear as if he had been abusing and torturing her. To the police, it would look like Madison simply ran away from him. Furious, Ryan pulls out a knife and shouts, "What did you do to my girlfriend?" Kelly, still completely calm, smiles and says she never hurt Madison and that she can take him to her. She leads Ryan to a boat. He's confused, having no idea where she's taking him. But the moment they reach the water, Kelly strikes. She suddenly drags him underwater and stabs him with his own knife, killing him. Then she hides his body inside the boat under a large cloth. After returning to the mansion, Kelly logs into Madison's social media account and posts a fake story claiming Ryan had assaulted her. By the next morning, thousands of angry fans flooded the comments, saying someone like Ryan deserved to drown. With her plan seemingly complete, Kelly sails back to the same isolated island. But the moment she arrives, she freezes. Freshly burning firewood tells her someone is still alive. She instantly realizes Madison survived. Grabbing a shovel, Kelly frantically searches the island until she comes across 2 freshly dug graves. As she's trying to figure out whose graves they are, Madison suddenly attacks from behind, knocking Kelly unconscious with one powerful blow. After days of surviving without food or clean water, Madison is barely able to stand. She wastes no time, jumps into the boat, and starts escaping. A few moments later, Kelly regains consciousness. She runs to the shore and watches Madison speeding away across the water. But instead of panicking, Kelly bursts into loud, terrifying laughter like a complete psychopath. Meanwhile, Madison never looks back. She keeps moving forward, desperate to save her life. And with that chilling final moment, the story comes to an end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Also, subscribe to this channel for more stories like this.